Studying in America was really a life-changing, life-defining moment for me. It was a time when I think I matured as a person, personally, professionally, in many different ways. I think my playing as a musician, as a performer, really blossomed. My understanding as an academic really increased as well. But then the experiences I had, the people I met, the friends that I made, the connections I made, those are just, I think that was a really special time of my life, and I think that I changed as a person, came back a very different person than when I went, and a much richer, have a much richer range of experiences.
It's just being able to meet people. I mean, I still count amongst my very closest friends people I met 25 years ago as a Fulbright scholar.
I found it very intellectually and personally rewarding. Not only is it a wonderful academic experience and going to speak with the best people in my particular field in the world, but it was also a very personally enriching experience. It sounds like a complete cliche, but I really did grow as a person.
It was certainly challenging and interesting going to UCLA because, as I said, it is a huge, extremely prestigious institution. So going to there and stepping, if you like, stepping up a level was a bit of a challenge, but very exciting at the same time.
Because of the variety of experience my Fulbright enabled me, in quite different settings, because Los Angeles is not Boston, Boston's not Los Angeles, that it gave me a secure confidence to enter into anything new in a new professional way.
It's exciting, challenging, there'll be highs, lows, but you'll come back with a lifetime of experiences in a very short period of time.
I think that being in an academic environment like Princeton, that's just such a powerhouse of academia, it was difficult to me to sort of remove myself a little from that and not get wrapped up in the competition of trying to be the best, because I was used to being the top of my class in Australia, and going there I wasn't. I was coming up the middle, and that was a bit hard to deal with, but I think that I just really approached it in the way that I was just privileged to be associated and being able to study with so many really intelligent people, like smartest people I've met.
I think the experience itself was one that was very broadening, and it also gave me access to a whole range of people and experiences and thinking that I wouldn't otherwise have had. My experience in Boston and using the Fulbright really to get more experiences that I may otherwise have had.
It's significantly impacted my career direction, that having that experience opened my eyes to what was important to me, and I wouldn't have made the same choices that I've made since then.
I think that stays with you. It's a quiet confidence. It's not a, you don't have to advertise it or anything. You just quietly know that you can work at a certain standard. And there's a fearless quality about being able to do that.
I chose to apply for a Fulbright originally because I was really interested in seeing other parts of the world. I had a great opportunity to study and research back home in the States, but I hadn't had the chance to go abroad and really experience different cultures. And the chance that the Fulbright really provided was to continue with the research I was doing, to continue down the path I was excited about, but to get to travel, to experience everything differently.
I think that while Fulbright does a lot of things, one of its primary things that it does is encourage intellectual discussion and debate and exchange of ideas. And for me, I think that I could not have guessed before I went just how many levels that would operate on, and how important it would be to have an openness to all the ways in which dialogue and discussion happens across the borders.
It's a very different cultural experience, and increasingly so, I think, as the United States has a very different ethnic mix than Australia. And so it was wonderful to be challenged.
The Fulbright gives you that sort of once in a lifetime opportunity to be involved in another culture, and that will stand you in good stead, when you come back.
Adding a little more knowledge and a little more reason. That is just spot on. That's exactly what this program does, and it's these days people talk about performance indicators. I don't know how you could ever measure a performance indicator of the Fulbright program. It's much more subtle than, you know, 10 publications or something like that. It's a change of attitude, and that's what happened to me. I got my attitude changed. I was very pro-American. That's why I wanted to go to America. But you know, it's, I guess, understanding rather than attitude. That's. Can you come up with a performance indicator for understanding? I don't know. I don't think so.